everybody to another exciting episode. Hey guys, I wanted to go ahead and start off by saying I apologize for this being a day late, but you know, life gets crazy and you have to take care of that. But I wanted to make up for it by actually starting off with, I think, our first ever masterpiece. And I could be wrong, but we're going to assume that Wheeljack is our first ever on this show. So, with that being said, as you can see, he is actually he takes on the form of a Lancia Stratos Turbo, of which I think there was only ever 2 made. So color scheme aside, I actually do like the overall design and shape of not only his vehicle mode, but his robot mode, which we'll look at here in a minute. But it is a really cool looking vehicle mode. And I do actually like the red on the rims. That's actually really cool. 2 quick side notes. As you can see up here on his roof, there he has the Autobot emblem. And if you'll notice here on his hood, you see these 2 little, slots. Well, basically, I got this guy off of eBay, and I didn't realize it, and the seller didn't realize it, but he's evidently missing his mirrors. Now, while that's a big thing for some people, I'm okay with it because, again, in my opinion, it still looks pretty cool. But to show you what he looks like next to another masterpiece, here he is with Sideswipe, and both these guys are looking pretty slick. Now, with these guys being masterpieces, the one thing that these guys don't tie into is the main generations line. They have their own sense of size and scale. So to go ahead and kind of prove that, here he is with Ratchet. You can kind of see how much smaller Ratchet is. He should be a little bit bigger than we see here. But the one thing about mentioning the Siege line is with Wheeljack, he has a new Earthrise figure coming out. And while it looks okay, since I already have the masterpiece, I'm probably not going to get the Earthrise Wheeljack. So with that being finished, let's actually move on to robot mode. So everybody, I want to start off here in robot mode with a little disclaimer. Wheeljack is not like the newer masterpieces. A lot of the newer masterpieces look like they jumped out of the cartoon and just have 3 dimensions. Whereas Wheeljack here is like if he was a real Lancia Stratos that transformed into this specific robot mode. That's why he doesn't look like he's a cartoon in 3 dimensions. Well, as you can definitely tell by looking at some of the pieces, you can tell what, technically became his chest, what became his feet, Now, as always, though, with the masterpieces, they are killing it with the head sculpt. Now, how does he scale next to Sideswipe? There you go, here he is with that. So here is how he actually scales with the Siege figure. And I don't know, I think that Springer should be a little bit bigger, but the camera's making it look even more crazy. Again, masterpieces have their own scale. Now, one thing you may be noticing is that all that Wheeljack has is just his over-the-shoulder cannon? The answer is no. He actually comes with this short little, I don't know, is it a blaster or a welder? But that gun is definitely not doing it for me. I'll still let him use it, but I was like, where can I find something that'll work a little bit better? The answer was ironic. I just jacked it from one of the Constructicons. You see, this is actually a third-party rifle for the Combiner Wars Constructicons, and since they're in Devastator mode, they aren't using this rifle, and I was like, you know what? It's going to stand in for it with him as a masterpiece. So with that being said, guys, I do really enjoy Wheeljack. I'm happy to have him, and I hope more than that you guys have actually enjoyed this look at Masterpiece Wheeljack. And so with that being said, until next time, guys, we will see you in another review.